Merkel Bonding Set RK15. Installation instructions for the bonding of radial shaft seals. Please note that this video is not a substitute for the written operating instructions supplied with the bonding set. Please read these instructions carefully prior to using the set. The Merkel Bonding Set RK15 comprises the following items: bonding device with clamping and fixing screws, digital thermometer, abrasives, sanding sponge, and sandpaper, 2-component adhesive, cleaning cloths, and detailed gluing instructions. Seal preparation. Remove the spring from the pocket inside the seal. The spring can be opened by unscrewing the ends in a counterclockwise direction. Insert the two upper parts of the bonding device into the open side of the radial shaft seal. Adjust the distance of the two parts so that they measure precisely 10 millimeters. Arrange the two lower parts of the bonding device with the same spacing of 10 millimeters. If the shaft seal has a rubber lock, place that part of the seal in the center of the bonding device. The rubber lock is a fabric-free area of approximately 10 millimeters width around the circumference of the seal. Together with the seal, join the two upper parts of the bonding device with the two lower parts. Make sure that all parts are precisely aligned with each other. Clamp the seal by tightening the left hand and right hand clamping screws on top of the bonding device. Now remove the two fixing screws. Use a sharp knife to cut the radial shaft seal in the middle between both halves of the device. Carefully pull apart the two parts of the bonding device and make sure that both ends of the cut seal ring do not come into contact with grease, dust, or dirt during subsequent installation. Slightly roughen the cut surfaces with the abrasive block. Clean the two ends of the seal carefully with the cleaning cloths. Wait until the alcohol on both ends has evaporated. Bonding procedure. Place the split seal around the shaft with both clamped halves of the bonding device. Make sure that the profile of the seal has the correct orientation for subsequent installation. Reinstall the clamping screws and fix them loosely with the two nuts. The adhesive involved is a 2-component type. The two components must be mixed thoroughly at a ratio of 1:1. Processing temperature should not be less than 15 degrees Celsius. Prepare a new mixture for each bonding routine. Distribute the viscous adhesive over both cut surfaces in such a way that it adheres well and does not drip. Push the two parts of the bonding device carefully together. Tighten the two fixing screws evenly until the adhesive is being pressed out easily and uniformly at the bonding area. Make sure not to use too much force to avoid pressing out the bonding agent completely. Remove any excess adhesive from the bonding device. Check whether the sealing lips are precisely aligned with each other. Insert the thermometer far enough to ensure that the tip is visible between the two halves of the bonding device. Use an adjustable heat gun to cure the adhesive. Make sure not to overheat the seal and the adhesive. To ensure that the temperature is not exceeded, it must be constantly checked with a digital thermometer. We recommend the following temperatures and corresponding curing times. At ambient temperature, the adhesive needs 12 hours to cure. At 70 degrees Celsius, this time can be reduced to 60 minutes. At 80 degrees Celsius, there is a further reduction down to 45 minutes. Short-term, maximum permissible temperature is 100 degrees Celsius. Use the heat gun to apply hot air evenly around the glued area. Do not point the hot air stream directly onto the sealing edge. The adhesive becomes liquid at higher temperatures and may start dripping. This should be avoided. If a gap emerges during the curing process, make sure to immediately close it by applying additional adhesive. Once the curing process is complete, allow the bonding set to cool down before removing it. If the bonding process was not successful and the seal ends are not firmly linked, repeat the bonding procedure. In this case, any remaining adhesive must be removed from the seal as thoroughly as possible. Please use the abrasives provided to smooth the surface of the seal at the joint area. Please note that utmost care must be taken to avoid any damage to the sealing lip when working with sandpaper in that area. Reinstall the spring as shown in the installation instructions for fitting springs. Ensure that the spring ends are screwed together tightly. Slightly grease the spring and let it slide or snap into the pocket at the sealing lip. Eventually, the shaft seal can be gently pushed into its final position in the housing. Freudenberg, innovating together.